Now I have to ask myself what I can make here. And I rather eat my own food than, that's often what other people cook. Because I know that I'm cooking in the spirit. Creating a good meal. Okay, now I have to ask myself what I'm actually making.
Yo. Okay. The plan is to make some I don't know, I want to close the window for this. Sometimes I'm really sensitive to sound. I want to make some, I don't know, is it chocolate mousse? I think it's chocolate mousse. It's not exactly, you know, nothing is exactly the way I have planned. Anything, so I was just waiting for this moment. I cleaned the entire kitchen. Okay, this is gonna be something with cream, but I feel like I have to get something quickly. I'm just not sure if I actually chucked it, because I cannot find it. I think I put it elsewhere. Let me see. I actually wanted to turn this into chocolate ice cream. Yeah, this was what I was looking for. Okay. It's really hard to make whipped cream. I'm not even sure if it has to be whipped. Not at all. Because this is different. I don't think I have ever actually made it like this. And now the question is, of course, of the container. also not entirely sure if you get this, but sometimes I really think I'm gonna never do anything ever again. And then I simply relax. Because otherwise I'm just creating all the time. So right now there's a video being rendered, and because I was playing music, which was a bit stupid of me, but sometimes you're just trying to capture the mood. And then when you're capturing the mood, you see that you know, then when you want to upload it, you're running into problems. So question, if you whip cream and then add molten chocolate to it, what happens to the whip in the cream? Now you can do this with a water bath, which I'm going to show you how to do a water bath. So a water bath is also called a bain-marie or bain-marie or something. It simply means that you're generating indirect heat. Well, what that means is that you put the chocolate in here, or let's say you want to make cannabis butter, or you want to do it with hash. You do something like this. You take a pot, then water, and here comes your ingredients in. Just want to get the water that's dry. Now this is swimming on top, but I think that's alright. So the water heats, so whatever's in there cannot get hotter than 100 degrees. You get this? So you cannot burn the cannabis butter or the chocolate. So this now is just some, I just bought this. It says it's for desserts and stuff. I just need something, it's a pick-me-up. Why is it a pick-me-up? Because, I mean, sometimes I feel like my spirit is getting weak. And then I need to do something. And now this is either going to be, I'm going to keep some of the whipped cream, I think. Possibly gonna make a coffee. You could also add coffee to that. Okay, now, right, it's always this, yeah, it's organic. And then all the plastic. This is cinnamon. Right, these are just some of my favorite spices. Nutmeg, cinnamon. It's very grounding, but also kind of energizes you. Yeah, I am simply going to test this. So for this video that I'm rendering, approaching finalization of YouTube 2025, which is video number 306 of 2025. I'm going to see whether there is some copyright problem, and in case there is, then I'm just gonna silence the parts. So I'm gonna keep the raw files in case I have to render it again, which is the first time I'm actually doing this. It's this last bit of nutmeg. Okay, could make this a bit spicy. Now, before I'm doing it, I'm gonna whip the whipped cream with right? I don't know. I have never done this. All I can tell you that is that what I just said. I have never done this. So I'm just gonna keep a bit of this. For coffee. Okay, simply because I wanted a bit more chocolatey. Oh, that's the last of it. So I'm very DIY in the kitchen. I may have an idea. I want this to be really energetic. Like this is supposed to be a booster. You can even add, so I'm just gonna add more nutmeg. You can add also cardamom if you wanted to. I am not super fussy about this. If I feel like I need to push through, this is black pepper. Yeah, this thing cannot be regulated, which makes it clearly a lack of organization in this kitchen. I have to have things here where I can put my spices on. Okay, this is hot chili powder, extra hot. Because this is something, I don't know, man. This is not just, I mean, cooking isn't just only, oh, it has to be so soft, and no, it should do something for you. It should push you through to some kind of, okay, how am I going to do this? Oh, I'm just going to do it like this. So this is melting, right? Without burning. I have this. So you clean your mind when you cook, and you are simply in a meditative state. So question, I don't know, man. I had the idea to make ice cream out of this, but I'm going to probably eat one like this. So I have no proper ice cream containers. I just take old yogurt jars, and I'm gonna probably freeze some and keep some to eat them like this. Okay, maybe this is the right amount. Or maybe I'll just put them in the fridge. No, I think maybe I'll take 2 in the fridge and 3 in the freezer. Just to test it. I'm experimenting with food, right? Already working starts the cleansing process. What does that mean? It means if I sneeze, it's part of the cleanse. Okay, I do not add extra sugar now. Your mind clean. Try to be in the milk, in the cream, whip it. Okay. Like I said, this is usually experimental. Now I have to try this. Oh wait. interesting. You know, first you think you're gonna put this in there, and then you think maybe I'm gonna put this in there. Yep. Okay, it's spicy. Like I said, you see it's melting. So apparently whipped cream melts when it's being heated again. So I mean, there's neighbors that are just angry. You know, if your neighbor is really angry, then no matter what she hears of you, she's gonna send you anger. So all you can do to that is just keep your distance, keep living your own life. This is what I'm doing. I simply stay away from unbalanced people. So people that smoke cigarettes are unbalanced. And no matter what you say, right, they're never gonna get it. Because if they would get it, they would stop smoking and they would have started cleansing already. If your presence isn't enough, if your presence and seeing you live isn't enough to make them question their own existence, then what are you supposed to say? Usually people stay the way they are. If they wanted to change, they would do it, right? Which is why, instead of running around trying to help people, simply work on yourself. And if occasionally people come and ask you questions, well, answer them. Or tell them something. But always make sure to get them off your back. Okay, it has a good spice to it. Okay, next time I would do it different. But it's harder if you do it, if you're on your own, right? I cannot hold this, pour it in and scrape it out. Okay, I'm just gonna freeze this. I mean, if you would really... Okay, really turning... We could actually turn this into proper ice cream. How do you do that? Well, you freeze it and then you have to take it out every once in a while. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Now I want to see it. If this is gonna turn into actual ice cream. It's just weird, you know, back and front. Okay, this is just for me to have a bit of some relish or something. What? So I cannot help it, right? People could do so much more, but they decide to sit around, watch TV and listen to the radio and then smoke. I mean, that's just your problem. If you're blocked, you should unblock yourself. Okay, I'm gonna take it like this. This is just for myself, so I don't have to be super. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the freezer and then occasionally stir it and then show you the result. Okay, as I'm lacking experience, this was now 15 minutes in the freezer. Now I'm simply going to scrape it off and just mix it, because otherwise it just turns into a block. And I have no ice machine or something. Keep it here. And then back in the freezer. I don't know, just testing, right? Okay, that was another 20 minutes or so. So at the moment I'm just watching a bit of Mad God again, just to see if I was a bit preoccupied. So this is to break up the ice that's forming and to work a bit of air into it to make it more fluffy. So yeah, I mean, you want ice cream, you could make a bigger batch. Right, you could make a bigger batch. Okay, back in the freezer. Okay, one more time. This was about 25 minutes. Now it's sticky. It's actually really nice to do things like this. I mean, proper ice cream, if you have an ice cream machine, it's constantly stirring it. Plus, this is the first, it's not the first time I'm making ice cream, but it's not like I have a lot of experience with this. to test this. Yeah. Okay, you just have to keep doing this. So I'm not going to use this spoon again. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you the finished result in the end. Just have to keep doing it probably, but look up the recipe. I mean, if there's like a recipe online, I'm just doing it the way I feel. Cheers. Okay, I stirred it one more time. It's now 3 o'clock in the morning. And it was like more than half frozen. I felt like it was good. So I stirred it one more time and I realized, okay, when I put it in again, it's gonna be, I mean, so it's homemade ice cream. It's not like, you know, the weird fat stuff you get that just is soft already. This is more like, you're right, in the direction of Ben and Jerry's. If you know what I'm talking about. Which means that maybe if you eat this, okay, this is super hard. Question, is there a different way of doing this? Now think about Ben and Jerry's. You have to melt that a bit. Question is, can you get this a bit softer? Well, it's cold. You can even taste the chili still. It's got spice is what I'm trying to say. Wow. Like, if you have some creative project, or you come back from whatever, you need to pick me up, then this is certainly nice. But the method may need improving. But I was working under the burden of being uncertain, or under the burden of being afraid of screwing up. And one never works to his best capacity without experience, as we can say. But it's cold and it's frozen, and you know the ingredients. I mean, if you look at ice cream recipes, the ingredients and the stuff you get from the shop, all the junk that is in there, I mean, you could be working with vanilla in here. You know there's actual cinnamon in there, you know? There's no aroma in here or something. So, I mean, I don't get it. People buy this weird ice cream because it's cheap, and then they eat this and then they get problems with their hearts or their bodies and their teeth, and they never make the connection, it seems. I mean, they just cannot stop eating this shit. I don't know, man. It's certainly something you also have to get used to, your own way of cooking. but you're gonna get better at it. And then you should say, well, I rather eat my own ice cream. I mean, I met a woman once. She had an organic shop. And she hated eating in normal restaurants. She said she could taste the difference. Well, I would say I find that hard, because I often find organic shops, especially in small cities, nobody was buying the stuff, and then when you got it, it was already kind of moldy, but you bought it because, you know, at least it's organic. I mostly buy conventional. This is just conventional milk. So I don't know how you could make it more fluffy. Maybe it's just like that. Which we also said, I don't give a shit. I don't think it has to be more fluffy. And now imagine asking someone, hey, would you like some of my homemade ice cream? I mean, respectful people would really enjoy that. But depending on who you ask, they just pick on it. Whoa, what's that? It's too hard. It's like, yeah. So this is for people who appreciate it, that you took the time to make ice cream. First attempt, right? So I like making it for myself and then getting better at it. And when it's presentable, well, you may show it to people, but it's enough for me that I know that I can make it. Anyway, ice cream 101 or something. Or let's make ice cream. Done. Cheers.